AgWeek weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
Snow fell this week in parts of the upper Midwest, but can we expect more this spring? Here's Lydia with her Agri-weather outlook.
A big Colorado low moved through the northern plains this past week. Started off April on a pretty soggy note, which of course we needed the moisture. As for your snowfall reports, Fargo picked up 6.5 inches, Sioux Falls a little less than a half inch, a little over 2 inches in Minneapolis, 2 inches in Grand Forks, a little over 6 inches in Duluth, and about 1.5 inches over in the Bismarck area. There were some higher reports, though. If we go ahead and zoom in on the map a little bit, I just cherry-picked a couple for you. Aberdeen, South Dakota, a little over 9 inches. Summit, right along I-29 at 8.5 inches. Ulen, Minnesota, 11.5, and Garfield along I-94 at 12 inches of brand new snow. And it was a wet, sloppy snow. We had snow ratios 6-to-1, meaning it would only take about 6 inches of that type of snow to give you 1 inch of water. Typically in the northern plains, we're used to seeing snow ratios that are closer to 15-to-1 or 20-to-1. I've seen as dry as 48-to-1 before. That's pretty much air. This snow was very wet. It provided a lot of moisture, which will eventually make a difference in the drought monitor and some drought conditions out there. Fargo, a little over 3/4 of an inch, 0.81 to be exact, of the liquid equivalent. Saw mostly snow in Fargo. Down in Sioux Falls, saw mostly rain with just a little bit of snow, but close to 3/4 of an inch. Minneapolis and Duluth, about 2/3 of an inch. Bismarck near 1/3 and a little over 1/4 inch for brand new moisture, not necessarily snow. Just moisture up in the Grand Forks area. Now, data is collected for the drought monitor on Tuesdays. It's then released on Thursdays. So we won't see the reflections of this type of moisture in your drought monitor until next week, and I'll be sure to show that to you. We still, of course, have abnormally dry conditions anywhere that you do notice the tan. That includes Fargo over through south central North Dakota. We have areas of severe drought where you notice the orange, and that's taking up a lot of South Dakota. Down I-29 around the Watertown area back over to about Pierre, Aberdeen, Spink County included in that as well. So we'll watch for some improvement. I don't have much for moisture in the forecast, though, after what was this system. We get a little bit of a jet stream shift, which is going to warm us up, but it's going to keep us dry. This through getting close to the middle part of April here, and we've got dry conditions across the northern plains. Abnormally dry, in fact, where you notice kind of that brighter orange color. Moving on later into April, there's some chances, some signals for a little bit of near normal moisture, which means occasional and light, nothing very heavy. Still fairly dry through portions of South Dakota into southern Minnesota. Now, as for temperatures, we will start to see a boost. Obviously, with snow on the ground, we've got some melting to do. That's going to keep us cooler for the next few days. But then as we shift into close to the middle of April, the 8th through the 12th here, above average temperatures are forecast, and that continues right into the middle parts of April. We're talking temperatures in the 60s, close to 70, where there's less snow on the ground. 80 will be manageable, and that's going to start the planting itch.